Hi, I'm Carrie Cole, and I teach 6th grade STEM here at MME. I just want to introduce myself, show you a little bit about my course, and also navigate through the course to show you how to get information on your students' assignments. But first things first, what is STEM? Well, it stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. And what we're trying to do in this class is really get creative and collaborative as much as we can. And we're trying to combine and apply those subjects. So we aren't going to be learning a lot of new things, but rather taking information and what we've been learning in our other courses in science and math through elementary and this year, and trying to apply it in new and fun different ways. So if you ever need to get a hold of me, or your student does, the best way to do that is through email. So you can email me at carrie.kroll@mtka.org, or Schoology message Mrs. Kroll. It's really, really helpful if you could encourage your student to include the hour that they are in STEM. Then I can track them down a lot easier in the system. Throughout a school year, I teach STEM quarterly, and I will see every single 6th grader in my class. So it helps me to keep track of students much, much better if they could include the hour that they're in my course. A little bit about me. Here's my family. This summer we got to take a wonderful and fantastic adventurous trip to Iceland. I have two high school students, a senior and a sophomore. It's quite the adventure right now. And also our hedgehog, his name is Kevin. This is what students see when they come into class every day. There'll be a really fun fact or fib. This one suggested by a student named Maddie. And she said, "It rains neon on Jupiter." So what we'll do is start out our class by talking about that and discussing it as a group. In fact, it does rain neon in Jupiter. Pretty interesting fact. I'll have the assignments that students are going to be completing that they should write in their planner. And we'll also have some notices if there's anything going on that's school calendar related or special events. My agenda slide will also say what we're doing that day. So for example, this is kind of how we started out at the beginning of the school year, that first Friday that I saw students. We're going to be learning about the engineering design process and doing some really fun hands-on activities and challenges related to that, including building paper towers, testing towers against the wind, and also launching paper rockets outside. And then, here's some examples of some of those paper towers that were tested against the wind. You can see the creative designs, and of course with engineering tasks we're always limited, so students in this case had a certain amount of tape and paper, and their tower had to support a pretty hefty metal washer as well as resist the wind. And I think that this particular course fits my interest well. In fact, I worked as an engineer for 12 years before becoming a teacher. Here's the live shots from just a few days ago of us launching our paper rockets out in the bus lanes. So students pump up a rocket launcher using a bike pump, and then we let them fly and see how far they go. We're changing different variables to see whether it matters, the length of the rope of the rocket, the type of fin, the length of the fin, and the shape of the fin. After all of this, we'll get to use our Lego robots, which is very exciting for students. They learn how to program the robots and also how to solve some really fun challenges and work with other students to do this. Now, let me just go over to my Schoology course here to show you a little bit about where you can find things. There's a welcome folder, which will have lots of great information, including our syllabus. If your students have any iPad issues, some really easy things to do. And if we get the chance to do some Young Scientists roundtables, those are external events that are put on by Wayzata Public Schools, and I'll try to post anything that might be of interest to students out there besides the Young Scientists roundtables, of things that are related to STEM that they might want to check out. In our folders, we will find information for each day or each week, depending on how long the project or the activity that we're doing lasts. And so students should be able to find everything that they need related to that activity within the daily or weekly folder. If students are missing something or don't know what it is that they were supposed to turn in, you'll notice that the way that I title my assignments is to have the name of the assignment as well as this A.9-23. This is assigned on September 23rd, and also the number of points that it is assigned and whether it is formative or summative. Formative is more like homework and daily activities. Summative is going to be projects or quizzes or tests. Now there isn't hardly any homework in STEM, very few quizzes or tests. We focus mainly on doing activities in the classroom. So students can find the information about their assignments there, and if they have a question about what happened on that day or what we did that day or need a reminder, they can just check out the daily update that goes along with that assignment. So daily updates are listed right over here under updates. So if you have questions or anything that I need to know, please feel free to contact me. I look forward to working with you and your student this quarter.